Wondering what's trending around the world? Fashion.
Here's Rihanna. Hey, oh, get that on a t-shirt. Oh, get that on a t-shirt.
Find out on The Mode.
I gotta get like one haka move. Like, come on. Oh, yes. All right.
Trend.
I'll be here all week. Thank you.
Hello there. Hey, what it is? Yes, this is your girl Equa on The Mode, where we're keeping it hot and we are keeping it real up in this place. Yes, it's still the season to be jolly. Tra la 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 la. Oh my goodness, that just reminds me of how close Christmas is. Christmas is that time of the year. It's that time. It's that what wonderful time of the year. Yes, we're drawing you to Christmas, and yes, it's that wonderful time of the year. Anyways, we're coming back to they want God out of everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. It's crazy exactly what's happening in and around the world. It's crazy with what's happening in people's houses. It's crazy what's happening in different nations and all that type of stuff. And now we're looking and we're like, oh my word, what is it? You know, if it's not vaccine passports, if it's not mandatory vaccinations, if it's not kicking God out of schools, if it's not, you know, all these things, or in South Africa, laws being put into place, you know, to actually to restrict religious freedom, but they do. I mean, they cover it in South Africa still, at least, you know, with freedom of speech, this and that, and things like that. And you're just like, what is going on? So it's a bit nuts in the world at the moment. But listen, the Bible told you that it would happen, and it's only the beginning of the birth pains. We're not even that far in yet. So you better buckle up. You better make sure that you hang in tight. You've got your parachute. You've got your seatbelt. You've got everything that you need, because it's about to be real. It's about to be real, the world that we're living in. But to encourage you, okay, if you're on the lighter side of life, do you know who the light is? It's Jesus. If you're on the lighter side of life, you've got a hope, because our life goes beyond the grave. That's exactly what it is. So we're going to be talking about that at the moment. They want him out of everything. They want God out of everything. And it starts from nation to nation to the whole world to, you know, it actually starts within families, you know. Then it becomes bigger into communities. Then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And in some cases, it's the minority that are acting like they're the majority when they're not. So we've got to stand up and say, hey, we're in control here. And that's exactly what it is. So, yeah. So our first track that we're going to be playing to get you into the groove, to get into the mode, Yes, you heard that right. The song we're going to be playing is Here With Me. And yes, he is here with you. Even though they want him out of everything, he's still here. So listen with me to Here With Me.
say I wouldn't cross the line, no, no. They put a mark on my life, yeah. They say I wouldn't catch a vibe, they say I wouldn't make it at all. Now you bless me, they want to use a calculator. They want to find out how I made it. They can't believe it, now I'm better, yeah. Now you bless me, they want to use a calculator. They want to find out how I made it. They can't believe it, now I'm better. If you're here with me, Baba, who can be against me? Who can be against me? If you're here with me, Baba, who can be against me? Who can be against against me? Who can be against me? If you here with me, Baba. Who can be against me? Who can be against me? Yeah. Now and forever, your love covers me. Your love covers me. Your love covers me. Yeah. Now and forever, your love covers me. Your love covers me. Yeah. Your love covers me.
Entertaining presenters.
Active
Radio has never been better, man.
So at this specific time, we're talking about Kenya being under the hotspot. It's always, we're talking about Big Brother Nigeria, Niger last week, and it's finished now. And there was a backlash and all of that type of stuff. That guy walked away with 90 million, all right, to just be trashy and to live his best life, being dramatic and things like that. But now we've gone back to a little bit of a more serious thing. So what happened is a handful of non-believers are pushing for the Kenyan Institute of Curriculum Development to scrap religious education in schools. So Kenya is still one of the lucky countries in Africa, all right, that still has religious education in schools. So this sensational group, which is not even registered in Kenya, has been pushing for all things immoral to the throats of all Kenyans who believe otherwise. So literally, it's irreligious people in Kenya that constitute about 0.4% of the whole Kenyan population. Okay, and the Kenyan population is literally like way over 53 million. So 0.4% of that, you do the maths. I would have done it for you. But hey, we don't have time for that at the moment. So 85% of Kenyans are Christians, 11% of Kenyans are Muslims, and then the rest belong to other religions. So now 0.4% of these irreligious people are saying, let's kick God out of schools. Listen, if Kenya allows this, I'll be like, if 85% of the population allows this, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be we need to see what it is that is going on, because there's no way that 0.4%, they're not even from the country, for goodness sake. Okay, they're out of country people. They're not even registered in Kenya, and now they're here pushing these things. If Kenya allows this, I'll say you are sleeping. This is the time when we say, wake up, sleeper, because there's no way. All right, 11% of Muslims are out there, so if the 85% fails, the 11, okay, should at least be pushing for something. If it's not now, oh God, it's there. But listen, 85% should not lose. We are in the majority, and you know what? Kenya is still one of the very lucky nations where these stats are looking like this. And so many times we've got these stats. South Africa's got more than 60% of people go to church at least twice a month, every single. This was obviously before lockdown and things like that, and I'm sure now it's pushing back up again. But the things that are happening in our countries and in our nations, you would swear that there is not even a Christian. You would swear that the 0.4 is the Christians and the 85% is the irreligious people. And what the hell is irreligious? Why would just 0.4 of you decide this thing? So basically, these constitutions are basically now are still acknowledging God. In schools, we're still acknowledging God. Okay, which means that Kenya is basically a religious country, and for us, it's a good one because it's now a majority. It's Christianity. So now, this group of irreligious people has also been pushing for things that are immoral. Okay, so like sexuality, abortion, homosexuality, contraceptives for teenagers. So what they're doing is that they're saying, listen, Kenya, you're a little bit too right. You are impenetrable, because that's what they're wanting. Because if they start with this and that and the little small things, or let's do a little bit more of abortions, of homosexuality, sexualization of children, and contraceptives for teenagers. So what do? We start relaxing the morals. We start getting the enemy, into the territory, like the Trojan horse. So it's like a little bit by little bit by little bit. And then eventually we stand like the nations. And I want to say, Kenya, you better watch out. You've got so many other nations that you've got. Look at Europe. Look at other African countries. Look at all of these things where it was a little bit of compromise there, a little bit of compromise there. Now we infiltrated. Now there's so many people that believe not than they do believe, and things like that. So I would say, Kenya, you've got to be standing. You've got to be coming against this irreligious group, because we're not even playing. They need to be snuffed out. They need to be destroyed. They need to be they just basically they don't exist, because that small number of them actually doesn't exist. So therefore, this small little whatever literally has no authority to dictate, and shouldn't have the authority, because the Kenyans speak, and that's exactly what it is. So we need to be looking at this thing and saying, hey, we're still looking up to you, Kenya. So you better be standing up for us. Kenya better be standing for at least one of the nations in Africa that we can look at and go, okay, they're still getting something right. They are still, on the straight and narrow, as we would say, because many other nations aren't, and things like that. So listen, we're not looking for these attention-seeking atheists in Kenya. We're done, because honestly, you don't ever say in this thing. Yes, it's some NGO and things like that. It's the same group that advocates for all these things like LGBTQA plus, because they might be adding another letter by the end of this month or the end of this year, because that's how they can't even decide. When you allow someone who doesn't know who they are to teach you who you are, it starts getting a bit tricky. You get what I'm saying? It starts getting a bit like, you don't even know what you want. You can't even decide how many letters are in your alphabet. At least we know how many letters in our alphabet. And, at least we've got a foundation to be starting on. And people that don't even know, and it's a plus. Plus could be anything. It's an, unknown variable. And you might as well just call yourselves X, because you're still to be found out at this point. It's really, really that crazy. And you're getting personal personal, because that's exactly what it is. This is all a search for identity. This is a search to belong. This is a search because why is it? Why must we belong in certain groups? Were we not made man and female? Were we not made humankind? Is that not good enough the way God created us? Now we're trying to find certain groups and things that you fit into. Well, listen, if you just find out your original plan, and where do you go? You go to the Bible and you open it up and you go, that's exactly where I belong. That is who I am. In the beginning, yes, was God. Okay, that's now when they want to take him out, they don't have a beginning. You're floating from nothing to nothing, because that's exactly what it is. So if you want to take him out of everything, you just have to be prepared to be lost for the rest of your life. That's exactly what I've got to do. Just be prepared to be lost, or go back to the foundation where the beginning starts, and then you'll be able to begin to find your way. Yes, all of those begins were intended in that sentence. And now we're going to be listening to our next track, because it's getting hot in this place. Remember, Christ music is absolutely hot music. This track, which is hotter than ever, because that's exactly how Active FM does it, is by Roberta Rosso, and it's called The Winning Side. Yeah, we're going to talk about that when we come back. I'm loving me some of this jam, so let me jam. Okay, it's not an ad break, it's just that, listen, we need to be cooling off a little bit, because it's getting hot in this place, and you better make sure you're on the winning side.
Since the world is changing right before my eyes, clinging on to hope that things will work out fine. So I'm picking up when I'm leaving, silencing of the feelings, taking hold of my dreams, and life's too short to let the past decide. When I'm lost and alone with no strength to fight,
This is Anton Kruger from Kahara River Lodge, and you are listening to Active FM.
That was, yes, Roberto Rosso. I love that, and it's the winning side. If you didn't know, you're fighting. Well, you are, and luckily, if you're with us, remember you cannot be against us, and that's exactly what it is. We're already on the winning side, and the winning side is the lighter side of life. The winning side is the side of Jesus. Yes, I'm so glad that this show wasn't taken down because I said the word Jesus. Because there will come a time when it's illegal to say that word. There will come a time where we have to choose what verses we can speak from in the Bible, because that's what they're wanting to do in the world that we're living in. But we're going to be fighting. Oh, hell no. We are not going to be sleeping. We're not going to let them just do what it is that they want to do, because they are in the minority. We know the end of our story. Remember, like I said before, we went into the winning side, which is an amazing, amazing jam. It was the fact that, listen, they're the minority and we are the majority. And we have a hope and a future, and God says, for I know the plans I've got for you, plans to prosper you, not for harm or disaster, but for a future and a hope. And I said, listen, they are lost, and they're trying to find you in this and put you into this lost puddle of not knowing where you're going and things like that. And if you wanna, everybody's fighting for what? To be unique. Everybody's fighting to be an individual. And in that pursuit, in that, they literally just falling into small group of irrelevant people, and you're just like, you know what? You should have just stuck to what works. Let's look at 200 years from now. I mean, long ago. Not from now. Let's look at 200 years ago. Let's look at 100 years ago. How were marriages in those days? How were schools in those days? How were situation. And I was talking to just another person the other day, and they were saying, she was in school when they used to have this Bible lesson thing. I mean, you could choose it as an extra lesson in the school. So when somebody went and did soccer, you would be able to do Bible studies and things like that. And they used to be doing scripture wars and things like that. And the school was in excellent condition then. And it literally, she didn't realize at that point. But now we're looking back at how the school deteriorated after they kicked God out of the school. It literally went into nothingness. It went into chaos. It went into havoc. It went into no structure in the schools. And that's exactly what we're seeing with most schools. You'll see when there's a principal that is godly, and there's still prayer before assemblies and all those type of things. Now, I mean, I was there when I was in high school, which is not so long ago, just the other day, that we had such a thing. The second we left, luckily he stayed until we left, and we were done with our 12th grade 12 metric. I don't know what you call it in your country, which is basically the end of our secondary phase before you go into tertiary in South Africa. Now that school downgraded, and that's exactly what happens with everything where you take God out of. If in a nation, you take God out. If in a marriage, you take God out. If in a family, you take God out, everything just crumbles. It comes to shambles, and it equals to nothing. And that's basically what it's about. So we've got to be wanting. Do you want havoc and chaos, or do you want order and peace? And you've got to be on the winning side to have order and peace. And there is no order and peace when you're on the losing side. There's no in between. Okay, there is no 50 Shades of Grey here. I know they would love for it to have, 50 Shades of Grey and a little bit of black of this and a little bit of white. Oh, no. There's none of that. There's the black or there's white. Okay, there's the winning side or there's the losing side. And that's basically where you belong. And that's what you need to be doing in life. And I think most of the time, we just go floating with life decisions. Someone says, let's go there. You're like, oh, let's go there. And another person goes, no, pull this side. And then they come this side. And you literally just like you being blown by the wind. Literally like a wave tossed back and forth with no direction. You just go where the wind blows you. And I think it's time where we're getting a people. I'm hoping a person that listens to the mode. My one thing, okay, that I really, really would love from you, because you're listening to me, is that you actually think about the decisions that you're making. You not even think outside the box, as people say, but what is the truth? Some of us, how no one told you that lying was a thing and you just did it without even knowing and without even getting a whole lesson on it. You know how you stole your mom's cookies from the cookie jar without even anyone going, hey, let me teach you. What stealing is when you take something without permission. Nobody taught us those things, but intrinsically and inside of us we knew, listen, this is wrong. Nobody has to tell you that killing someone is wrong. You know it. There's a level of truth that we know, and the truth will always set you free. So we need to be looking for the truth, not a truth, because everybody is fighting for a specific truth and it's only true to them. But no, there's only one truth, and that is the only way, the truth and the life, and it's only found in one place, and that is the truth that we need to be looking and finding, and make sure that you're on that winning side of the truth, because there's so many things that are going to be happening. Let me tell you, there are so many things that are going to be happening that are blowing you back and forth. There's so many new religions, there's so many new ideas and ideologies and all these philosophies and things like that. If you don't know what you believe in and what you stand on, what are your values? What are your values? Because there's so many things that you're not going to do if you know what you stand for. There's so many things you're not going to support if you know what you stand for. There's so many things that you're going to be like, that's not for me, or that's not for my family, that's not for my tribe, that's not for whatever it is that you want to do, because you've got certain values and you stick by them. But if you're being blown back and forth by the wind, and this person comes with an idea like, oh, that sounds nice, and that person comes with an idea, and no. You need to stand, and you stand firm. You'll be rooted and grounded in love, and that's exactly what we've got to be looking at and standing for, because there comes a time when your truth will need to be the truth. If it's not the truth, you're going to be on the losing side, and absolutely nobody wants to be on the losing side. And let me tell you, I'm such a competitive person. Okay, when I go into a game, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I'm like this. If I go into a game, I'm 100% sure I'm going to win. If there's a chance that I'm going to lose, I'm not going to play. Because I'm a sore loser. I don't know if you, I just can't. So generally and automatically in everything that I do, I want to be on the winning side. I'm just like, when we pick teams, they're obviously, you can tell, probably I've lost quite a few times, even though I was 100% sure I was going to win, but I was a sore loser. Jesus is changing me slowly. Maybe now I'm like a less of a sore loser. But before I enter into anything, before I side with that type of team or that type of person or whatever, I want to know, listen, you're in this with me together. We're going to win this thing. It doesn't matter what it takes. We might be kicking and screaming through the game, but as long as we've got the victory at the end, that's what we're doing. Yes? And then we get into the game. If I don't trust my team and I don't trust that we're going to win, and you know what? It's either I play very poorly, as in I put in zero effort, because I know we've lost already. So it's, if we win, we win. If we don't win, I don't play. Okay, if the stakes are too high, I'm just like, nah, bro. We ain't entering this thing. I am not playing, because I'm not guaranteed that I'm gonna win. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You need to be looking and go, hey. This side that I'm on, is that the winning side or is that the losing side? And then choose the winning side. Yeah, that's my best advice. And anyway, whatever you do in life, and no, we're not trampling on people's heads to get to the top. That's not what I'm saying. No, if that's what you got, no, I'm saying with my team, we win. When I say kicking and screaming, we're doing everything in our power to win, because that's what we've got to do, okay? That's what it means to be on the winning side. The victory is already won. If you choose the side that we're on, the victory is already won. So I want to say, Kenya, keep standing. 85%, do us proud and say, no, not here. No, you can go to another nation. You can try it somewhere else. But we still acknowledging God, and that's it. There's nothing else we're gonna do yet. Thank you. Pass on to another nation. And this is your Go Echo. I'll check you on the flip side. And yes, obviously, we've gotta end it off on an absolutely high note with Luke Weham, and it's Honor Your Lord. I'm telling you, Active FM, Christ Music is hot music, and you're at a place where radio has never been better. I'll check you on the flip side. Remember, I love you because you love me, and you're listening to me, and we're together, and that's on the winning side. I'll check you on the flip side.
Great are the wonders of our God. Oh, his mercies never fail. How good is he? He saves. Oh, he rescues, he redeems. Oh, his grace sets captives free. How good is he?
We honor you. And should our hearts fall silent, the rocks would cry aloud to honor you, to honor you. For you are like no other, my God and mighty warrior. We honor you. We honor you. And should our hearts fall silent, the rocks would cry aloud to honor
enjoying the Active FM shows? Well, then catch us on Instagram at ActiveFM777, Twitter and Gab at ActiveFM, Facebook at ActiveFM/777, as well as YouTube at ActiveFM and our website at www.activefm.co.za. Don't stop, don't hesitate. Find, follow and enjoy us on all our different platforms. You don't want to miss out.